Hey everybody, David here, and today I want to talk about Inside Out 2. Yes, this is the latest Pixar movie from Pixar Animation, and look, the first Inside Out is a really great movie. Definitely one of my top 5 favorite Pixar animated films of all time. I think I'm going to have to do an updated list because I have a feeling this one might have made the top 5 or 6 for sure as well. Yes, this is how good this movie is. I don't think it's as great as the first movie, but I think it's definitely almost on par with the first Inside Out movie. I really thought this movie brought what the first movie brought, but maybe even a little bit more. I think everybody will relate to anxiety in this movie. I think anxiety is a great emotion. Is it an emotion or is it a feeling? I don't know. But either way, it's definitely something great, a great new element to add to this film. But it also reminds you why certain emotions are still good to have as well. Sadness, hope, or joy, anger, fear, and disgust as well, right? And we get a couple of other emotions in here as well, like embarrassment, envy, and boredom. I think that's what that one was called. Boredom or emo. I like to call it emo because it looked like an emo emotion. Anyways, yeah, the new emotions were all really great. I thought they all added a really great element to this movie. Specifically, anxiety, who is voiced by Maya Hawke, who some of you might remember from Stranger Things season 3 and 4. She's a great actress, and every time I see her in something new, she like blows my mind because, man, she definitely gets the talent from her father and mother's side. Her father being Ethan Hawke. Yeah, she is fantastic as the voice of anxiety in this film, and the way she plays into the story. There was literally a scene where I started tearing up. You know, guys, I'm never afraid to admit when I cry. Some people actually, guys, this is a good little message there for you. Some girls like it when a guy can cry. All that aside, though, yeah, I think this is a really great story here that people are definitely going to relate to, and they're going to see themselves a little bit in this movie. There was definitely a part where I saw my brother in this movie. I turned to him, who came with me to watch this movie, my brother Kevin, and even he was like crying during a part, and he said, "Oh yeah, I saw myself in this movie." Like, we all have that feeling of anxiety, and if you are someone that has dealt with it, it's definitely going to feel really relatable. So make sure to bring those tissues. Of course, what Pixar does so well, though, is how they build this world, right? A lot of Pixar movies, they create these great worlds that are just fun to be in and fun to explore, right? And the different, like, how do you explore the human brain with this kind of world that you set up? So you kind of get some funny moment. We go back to some familiar places, but we also get some new things, like where they lock up certain characters. Like there's a character that a video game character that Riley had a crush on, that's locked up, and you see him and why he's locked up there, as well as Riley's dark secret, which we never get revealed. I was kind of hoping in the end credit scene or something that there would be like a reveal of what is her dark secret. I want to know what Riley is hiding. What did she do that was so bad that needs to be locked up? You know, and then there's I forgot what the crevice is called. There's the crevice of shame or something like that, which was really funny. There's obviously a lot of really funny gags in this movie, just like in the first film. Some work really well, some work okay, but for the most part, I think the jokes really hit really well, just like the first movie did. Obviously, joy is the heart of this movie. To me, when you look at the Toy Story franchise, Woody is obviously the heart of the Toy Story franchise, and I feel like joy is that in the Inside Out movies, right? If you go back and see the Toy Story movies, obviously Buzz would probably be the secondary character when coming to the leading characters, right? Woody first, then Buzz. And I feel like sadness is that in the Inside Out movies as well. She's definitely like the second in command type of character. But the rest of the characters that really didn't get too much of a spotlight in the first movie, like anger, fear, and disgust, they get some pretty good time because they're mostly with joy in this movie. I'm not going to spoil what happens to Sadness, but they get a little bit of time with joy to hang out with her, the other characters, where you get to really grow with these characters a lot, just like how in Toy Story 2 and Toy Story 3 we got to see more of Rex, Ham, and Mr. Potato Head and Mrs. Potato Head even in the third one. You definitely get more of some of those other characters that we didn't get that much of in this movie. I do feel in this movie Anxiety and the newer ones also get some equal time to share. Like they get their fair share. It's very similar in a way to how the new characters are treated in a similar fashion to the way fear, disgust, and anger were treated in Inside Out 1, but I feel like there's a little bit more emphasis on them because of how important anxiety is to the story. And I'm gonna say I love Embarrassment. I love him. When you see the movie, you'll understand why. I think a lot of people are going to love Embarrassment. I think they're going to like a lot of the new characters, but I think Embarrassment specifically, like, people are going to love him. That I'm going to leave it at that. Embarrassment, get ready for him. I think it's a him. Could be a her. Sounded like a him. So get ready for that character. I think a lot of people are going to love him. Yeah, with that being said, look, guys, this is a fantastic sequel to an already great, fantastic first movie, right? So, and it was going to be hard to top that, especially with Pixar in recent years. I liked Luca, I loved Soul, and what was the other one? Lightyear came out, right? I liked Lightyear, actually. Lightyear wasn't too bad. And Elemental, I really liked Elemental a lot as well. So Pixar to me has never really, they've done good in recent years. But I heard some people, but I will agree with people that I do think that this is one of their best since like Coco, maybe even Toy Story 4. I like Toy Story 4 a lot. I probably put Toy Story 4 in my top 10. I wouldn't put it in my top 5, but it's definitely top 10 for me. Definitely, this movie will definitely be a lot of people's. This for me is definitely top 5 material. That's what I'm going to say. And I think I said that in the beginning of this video. So, guys, go and check out this movie. If you love the first Inside Out, I see it hard for you guys not to enjoy this movie just as much. And this is coming from a Pixar nerd. I love Disney. I love Pixar. And this is a movie, like my least favorite Pixar movie is still The Good Dinosaur. That one, I remember struggling to stay awake in the theater in that one. This one is not that. Definitely not. This one has to be top 10 material for a lot of people. And if it's not, if you've seen the movie and you disagree with me, let me know in the comments section, because I'd be curious to know if there are people that didn't love this movie. But I feel a lot of people are going to really like it. I maybe not love like I did, but I can see like. I would give this movie an 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed it. I think that's what I kind of gave the first Inside Out movie too. So like the 9 out of 10s to me is like Coco, Ratatouille. I think Toy Story 3 is the only one I would give a 10 out of 10 to. I think it's a perfect movie all the way. So with that being said, guys, if you go and see this movie, tell me what you thought about it. And if you haven't yet, tell me if you are going to see it. Then come back here and tell me what you thought of it, because I want to know people's opinions on this movie. I think this is the Pixar movie that will finally show theaters that, hey, Pixar still has some life in it. So don't give up on Pixar. So with that being said, I hope you guys like this video. That always helps with the algorithm. Comment in the comment section too, because that helps with the algorithm. And with that being said, until next time, everybody, if you want me to do more reviews like this video, okay, I did this because a poll said that a lot of you wanted me to do a review again, and so I thought, okay, the people have spoken, so I have done it. There was 23 votes. Only one person said no. I don't know who that one person is, but everyone else disagreed with you. So with that being said, guys, until next time, take care.